Holy smokes, the 49ers brought in a couple of guys that nobody saw coming. In this video, we're talking about two huge standouts that were not at the top of anybody's list, but they're turning heads now and have the promise that every player seeks in the National Football League. Hit subscribe if you're looking for daily 49ers content. Very much appreciate it. But among the rookies, you guys, who stands out to you? Right? Is it this guy? Obviously, this is a guy that should stand out to most of us. This is Mykel Williams, of course, if you didn't know, out of Georgia. But Mykel Williams, of course, absolutely exploding this weekend on social media because of things like that. I mean, the dude is an absolute monster. So is that the kind of thing that's sticking out to you? It's the power to size ratio. Who's standing out to you? Is it literal size? Maybe you've been impressed by photographs of the sheer size of Alfred Collins, who shows up at 6'5", 330 or something like that. I mean, the guy is an absolute monster. And maybe you're impressed with CJ West, who's carried himself so well in interviews. He's well-spoken. He's a guy that's exciting. Or, of course, I don't know. Goodness, it could be anybody. It could be Nick Martin. It could be Upton Stout. He's a top 100 pick that we do not take that name off of your mind, because Upton Stout is going to be a standout player in the NFL. I think I have really high hopes for him. Marquise Siegel, Jordan Watkins, Jordan James. There are a lot of guys the 49ers have brought in that are all players that could stand out. But one of the biggest standouts so far has been an undrafted free agent, and his name, you've heard it probably by now. I've told you about it. Isaiah Neyor. He is an absolute lightning bolt. At 6'4", 220 pounds, he runs a 4.40. And he recently caught the attention of a lot of people who were there in person at practice. Most notably, I suppose we could say, would have been Matt Barrows. Here's what Matt Barrows wrote. The most visibly striking receiver in the minicamp was undrafted rookie Isaiah Neyor. He cuts a Randy Moss-like silhouette with a thin frame and long arms and legs. His big stride gobbles up yardage and immediately forces cornerbacks to turn and run with him. Neyor and a few other rookie receivers seemed to have trouble keeping up with the pace receivers coach Leonard Hankerson demanded on Friday, their first practice of the spring. With the exception of the defensive line, no group works harder in practices than the 49ers receivers. Some other things about Isaiah Neyor: appeared in 33 games. 24 of those were starts over 6 years at Nebraska, Texas, and Wyoming. Registered 87 receptions for 1,595 yards and 17 TDs. In 2024, he appeared in 12 games, 10 starts, and registered 34 34 receptions, for 455 yards and 5 TDs. In 2023 at Texas, appeared in one game and notched one reception for 14 yards. Missed 2022 due to injury. Not ever a good thing to hear. In 2021 in Wyoming, started in 13 games, recorded 44 receptions for 878 yards and 12 TDs. Earning second-team All-MWC honors. In 2020, as a redshirt freshman, he appeared in 6 games during the shortened COVID-19 season and notched 8 receptions for 248 yards. So then you got the true freshman before that, but we're just going to not worry about those specific details as we get that far down the list. I feel like you're probably like, yeah, okay, I get it. The guy is lightning speed. He's got promise. He's a burner. He's an over-the-top guy if he needs to be. So there's going to be some interesting potential for the young man. I'm excited about him for sure. Matt Barrows is excited about him, saying he's the most visibly striking receiver in minicamp. That is pretty awesome. That is something to hear for sure. And anyone who gets put in the Randy Moss-like category, even if it's not about play, it's more about size or whatever, it's still pretty interesting, something to be excited about. By the way, shout out, and this is not the other player I want to talk about, but Tariq Owens, if you read Matt Barrows' article with The Athletic, Tariq Owens apparently did really, really well, having that extra year of experience, working with Hankerson and having experience with the team. So that's good to hear as well. But this guy, Pro Football Focus, picked a different UDFA standout to keep your eyes on, and that's cornerback Jacob Robinson, also recently signed with the 49ers out of Brigham Young University. So here's the Jacob Robinson scoop from PFF. The 49ers are set to field one of the shakiest cornerback groups on paper in the NFL. I'd argue with that, but okay. Perhaps the team has hopes for Robinson, their lone UDFA signing at cornerback. Robinson earned a 65.0 plus PFF coverage grade in all but one of his 4 seasons at BYU, and he didn't allow a passer rating above 100 in coverage in any of those campaigns. In the Cougars bowl game win over Colorado, he limited Wester and Horn to 2 catches for 3 yards. And Arizona's Tep McMillan, the number 8 pick in 2025 NFL draft, didn't secure a catch when matched up with Robinson in BYU's Week 7 win. So there you go. Okay. Again, PFF feels really, really heavily weighted toward the cornerback need because of Charvarius Ward leaving, which I think is an interesting thing, okay? But what the 49ers appear to be doing is putting Renardo Green on one corner and putting Demo on the other corner like full time and bringing in a guy like Upton Stout to be your nickelback. So we'll have to wait and see how they actually play it out, okay? You know that Robert Saleh has some schemes up his sleeve that are going to be new. He's talked about that in his interview last week. So I don't think the corner need is as strong as they're making it out to be, but still excited about Jacob Robinson. So that's an interesting one there. Let me know of all of the rookies, and feel free to like kind of reweight it a little bit. Like maybe of all the rookies that were not done in the first 150 picks or whatever, who are the ones that are maybe less expected standouts? These are guys that didn't even get drafted that are turning a lot of heads right now. That's really exciting to hear. I'm a big fan of that. We are 1 day until the schedule release. We're less than 1 day actually right now from the schedule release. So there will be a video coming out tomorrow talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly, whatever ends up happening with the schedule release. Namely, how is rest differential a factor in there? Because the 49ers have been on the bad end of that deal way too many times. But things are looking up, in my opinion. That's why I did that video earlier today about that. So I'm feeling really positive about where this is going. We'll have to wait and see, finally, of course, how it all plays out when you compare us with all of the other teams that we're playing and what their schedules look like. It will be fascinating. Appreciate you guys. Have a good evening.